It's the news here at Whitfield. Or at home. Good morning, Whitfield. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. I'm Mr. Durr, your anchor for the news today. Here we go for another round of e-learning on a Thursday. That means it's social studies. So perhaps you'll have some history, maybe some government, maybe loads of fun coming your way from that social studies lesson. And you get discovery. Now, this week is all about coding and using perseverance. And there will be a main activity for you in Codable. But if that proves to be much too difficult or doesn't make sense for you, there are optional activities. There are Earth Day videos you could watch. There are other activities for K1 and 2 through 5. So pick an activity that suits you for this week for learning. And then you'll post that in our Flipgrid. For Thursday, our feature is a tech tip. This one's about installing apps on your Chromebook. Take it away, other Mr. Durr.
Oh my Chrome with Mr. Durr.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to another Tech Tip Thursday. Last week was all about updating your browsers and devices, which is a good thing. Keep on doing that and check weekly for those updates. Now, we were installing some apps at school, and I know this week for our kindergarten and first graders in Discovery, we will be asking that you might want to use an app for programming. Well, where do you go to get those apps, and what apps can we download? Here's a general rule of thumb that we always use at school. Check first with your teachers before installing any apps on your devices. Make sure it's an approved app, and the apps that I'm going to show you are Wilson School District approved apps. But it's a good rule, families and staff, to make sure we know what the kids are putting on their devices and how they're using it. So let's get into looking at the apps and which ones we could install. To start that, we go down to the bottom bar here and we go into the Play Store. If you don't see that, go over to the launcher. And let's open up the Play Store. There's going to be lots of good apps that you can use here. There's going to be stuff for reading and for math and for the arts. Lots of cool stuff. So right away, wow, look at all that stuff there. We've got Infinite Painter. I just installed that this morning. That's been a fun painting tool. We've got our brain pop in there, fifth grade reading challenges, different tools that we could be using for our e-learning experience here. Easy Voice Recorder is a good one for recording those audio notes. You take that and you can play around with that one there. We've got Epic. We see our Google Classroom and some of our Google apps. We get those from the web, but there's also the app version as well. Use whichever version your teacher suggests for you. There is the Google Meet app. Now, this could be coming in handy when we need to use our Google Meets, but for a lot of us, we're using the online one. But here's another option. Now, here's a good one, the Jamboard. Now, this Jamboard acts like a digital whiteboard for us. It's a great collaboration space. So if you wanted to install this and your teachers approve you for installing the app, you click Install. To know if you should install it, check with your teachers. And I've got a good one here. I like Google Keep a lot. I use this with as my digital Post-it note. And you can see we've got different color Post-it notes. You can put pictures in there. We can set it off as a checklist. So this could be your daily to-do list or what you need to do for an assignment. Not only that, but you can also share these Post-it notes with others. Like you could share it with your teachers. You could share it with people that you are collaborating with on a project. You can open up Google Keep when you're doing your reading and typing up some notes as well. This is a nice app that you can use for lots of different purposes. So this is a good one to explore and use. It's part of our Google Apps suite. There is Mackin. We use that one from in the library, but there's also the web-based as well. Bloxels and our robots from Discovery, but then we start seeing some even more. And I know we saw some math apps up here. And so if you were already using those at school, just verify with your teacher before you download it, but I'm sure they'll probably say, hopefully, yes, putting it back on there. Now, the ones that I would be using for coding this week would be Scratch Junior and CodeSpark Academy. Now, it's important to note that not every app works with every device. Uh, well, I should say. Scratch Junior, for example, works great for those kindergarten and first grade flip Chromebooks, but not so much for our second through fifth grade Chromebooks. So you could click on that and then that install button. Sometimes you'll see update. This is an important thing to remember. Just like we update our devices, we will need to update our apps as well. If you're interested in CodeSpark Academy and you're not in kindergarten through second grade, those third through fifth graders, reach out to me. I'll make sure you get an account and I'll send you the class code. Some other great apps down here are our GeoGebra. We've got the timer. This would be a great one for your doing your reading time. You want to keep track of that, or you want to take a break from your e-learning. You set that timer. So there's lots of really good educational apps. These again are all approved from Wilson School District. So know that these are apps that we do encourage our students to use, like Google Expeditions and for virtual field trips. But please note that we do not monitor everything that is being done on these apps. To get the apps, once you've installed them, you don't have to go down to the Play Store. You can go right down to that launcher there. We click on that launcher. That opens this up, and we can see some of the apps that I've already installed. If I open up that further, that's going to show me even more apps that I have installed on my Chromebook. That wraps up this week's tech tip. So many great apps out there that we can be using for our e-learning and for our school use here. If you have any questions about anything you saw today or heard, please feel free to message me on Dojo or email. And if you want to check in more about those apps, feel free to message me, a staff member, or our help desk or wonderful technology coaches. So thanks for watching and have a great Thursday, everybody.
Need some more help? Well, schedule yourself some daily dose of DIR, and I can answer your questions and help you out. Get your daily dose of DIR.
Thanks, Mr. Durr, for that great tech tip. Hey, gang, remember you have till May 29th to order that yearbook to the May 28th for that art to remember, and continue to check the district website for up-to-date information. It's a Thursday, so there are no lunches. Tomorrow there will be from 11:15 to 1. Alrighty, gang, keep on submitting those pictures and videos to me. I love seeing what you've got going on. Tomorrow I will be featuring a magic trick on the news. Remember, Whitfield, even at home, wash your hands, be responsible, and be respectful. The choice is yours. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing this hat, it's because I got a case of bedhead when I wake up and do the news in the morning. So I'm going to go fill up my coffee. Bye, everybody.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.